Yes, we are Shin Hyun-soo and Kim Min-ji. We are the MC for 7th grade students at this 2018 Say KIS. The judges are Ms. Ashley, Ms. Lee Yoon-hee, and Mr. Sean.
First of all, I thank all the students who applied for the English speaking contest in the middle school.
The judges said that it was too hard for the judges to decide who would make it to the finals because all the teams submitted high-quality videos.
But those of you who have come to the finals are amazing.
And we are going to ask before the next team starts, so if you have any questions, please raise your hand. Students as well as judges can ask questions. And let's fill the stage of first team, Kang Min-ji and Han Myung-ha.
Everyone likes to make special memories. How about you? How are you going to make it? Today we will take you on a journey to explore more about South Korea and America.
Hello, are you my guide, Min-ji?
Yes, I'm your guide. I'm your Han Myung-ha from South Korea.
Yes, I'm here to enjoy the trip in America.
Oh, nice. Today I will explain you about America.
Okay.
So in America, we use a language which is called English. It has 26 letters in total, and it is used in a lot of countries such as Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and more. It is actually from the British, but the American modified and make it their language too.
Here's Hangul, the South Korean language. King Sejong, the 4th king of Korea, invented Hangul, the Korean alphabet, in 1446. It's made up of 14 jam, and here are the moons that are used together to make up the letters of Korean.
What food do you like?
My favorite food is hamburger.
Oh, it is also my favorite food too. The most popular American fast food is hamburger. Hamburger contains vegetables, cheese, and ketchup or mustard. You can also eat the hamburger with different side dishes, such as french fries, salad, eggs, corn, and more.
Have you heard of kimchi?
Yes.
Kimchi is a traditional Korean food. It is a traditional side dish made from salted and fermented vegetables such as cabbage or radish. The sauces that are used to make kimchi are chili powder, garlic, ginger, and jeotgal, which is known as seasoned seafood. Kimchi is a side dish that Korean people eat every day, so it always comes on the table.
Have you ever heard of the American national anthem?
Yes.
Also, the American national anthem is called the Star-Spangled Banner. It was made by Francis Scott Key in 1814, and he was inspired by the United States flag with 15 stars and 15 stripes was meant for the Spangled Banner, flying above the castle of the United States victory. And the composer of it is John Stafford Smith in 1773.
The national anthem of Korea is called the 애국가, and in English it is translated as the patriotic song. The lyrics are about the nature of Korea, and the message is that Korean people should love their country. The composer is An Ik-tae, and he created it in 1935.
American traditional clothes. America doesn't actually have a traditional clothes, but the Native Americans wear an outfit that is similar to Disney's Princess Pocahontas' outfit. Jeans, t-shirts, skirts, dresses, and heels are worn in special days and also normal days too. And the Americans likes to wear a baseball cap.
Here are the traditional Korean clothes, and it's called hanbok. The jogger, which is the upper part of the hanbok, is worn by both men and women. The chima is the skirt of the woman's hanbok, and there are 2 layers. The underskirt is called the sokchima. The baji are the pants of the men's hanbok. Compared to Western pants, they fit easily, and so they're easy to wear and sit down, so they can move around comfortably. Before, Korean people wore it every day, but now it has become formal clothes, so Korean people wear it on Chuseok and Seollal only.
Did you enjoy listening to American culture?
Yes, I did. How about you? Did you enjoy listening about the Korean culture?
Yes, it was very interesting. I want to visit Korea someday.
Okay, thank you. It was a great experience. Bye.
They explain about American and Korean culture well. Just looking at the picture of food makes my mouth water.
If you have a question, please raise your hand.
What are the similarities between Korean and America's culture? What are the similarities between American and Korean culture?
The similarities.
In the national anthem, both of them the message is that their own country is great and they should love their own country.
I have a question. Just have a follow-up here. I would like to ask a question. Do you think the two cultures are becoming more similar with younger people?
Yes.
No further questions.
I think it is similar. It is now becoming similar in most of the young people because right now the countries are becoming more.
They're becoming more connected, and the younger people, the teenagers, are using the SNS to communicate with each other, so they can learn more about each other's culture and
Also, right now in America, there's pop music. And also right now in America, there's such idols as Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber and like that. And also in Korea, there's also BTS and Red Velvet and a lot of popular artists. And right now, fans of a lot of countries are knowing more about those countries because they started to like those idols. So I think countries have similar culture right now.
Okay, let's move on to the next presentation order. This time, Kim Do-kyung, Chang Hyo-do, and Lee Jun-seo are talking about legal policy in Korea. Shall we listen?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Constant from Class 7-3. I am Josh.
Do-kyung and Hyo-do.
We are very glorious that we take part in this contest. Have you ever heard the word democracy? Yes. Yeah. You might heard this word at least once or twice before. Democracy is kind of government system by whole population. To put it easy, the government that every nation can participate is called democracy. We are here to give you some information how South Korea gained democracy. The reason why we selected this topic is that I want you to know the sacrifices of our ancestors who did their best to make Korea a democratic country. After Korean War, Lee Sing-man was elected to president who is dictator. 1954, if president wants to reform the constitution, more than 136 members of Congress have to permit. However, although there are 135 members who permit, 60 object, and 88 abstain, he claimed that 2/3 of 203 is 135.333, and it continues, and 135 is 2/3 if we calculate by rounding. In 1956, he executes Cho Bong-ham, who is strong president candidate for passing out with North Korean spy. His party was deleted and shift members are arrested. However, in 2011, the Supreme Court sentenced innocence to Cho Bong-ham and his party. In addition, he controlled all media, made national security laws stricter, and banned newspapers, which criticized government. On 1960 March 15th, Lee Sing-man party did illegal election again, and people from Masan City started demonstration. On April 11th, same year, people found corpse of Kim Joo-il, who was still student. Look at this photo. There are aluminum bullet was in his eyes, and he was bound onto the beach. It means the soldiers threw away his corpse to the beach.
Do you think this is democracy? I strongly insist that the countries killing students are not a democratic country. In addition, we must not forget his sacrifice. After the incidents, the range of demonstration got larger and larger. Finally, on April 19th, it turned to a revolution. In the beginning, Lee Sing-man let police and soldiers shoot guns, but when primary students protesters started demonstration on April 26, he just retired. However, President Yoon Bo-sun and Prime Minister Jang Myung fight each other, and they did not punish the illegal politicians. In addition, they were very negative at nation demands. At the end, it was destroyed by Park Chung-hee's coup d'etat. After 516 coup d'etat, Park Chung-hee and several soldiers took influence. He made nation reconstruction best organized, and it decided all major policies. It was kind of a tool for Park Chung-hee to control South Korea, but he tried different innovations to improve our economy. He organized farming and fishing villages, unserious loan, and reformed the currency. However, only reforming some laws cannot make our economy better, and he decided to get foreign currency by sending people to abroad. From 1964 to 1973, he dispatched troops to Vietnam. Many people have been died and injured in the war, but we earned a considerable amount of money. Also, he sent a number of people to Germany for mining and cleaning course. Have you ever watched a movie, International Market? The story is that a boy who lost dad and sister went to German mine and Vietnam War. I was very impressed at the movie, and I swear that I should never forget the people who sacrificed for country. In 1965, he received indemnity from Japan about the damage during the Japan Empire. However, many nations objected this, but he proclaimed martial law. Martial law is proclaimed in a state of emergency such as a war. It's kind of order that let army guard a certain place and give commander the executive power and judicial power.
Judges, I'm sober. Okay. In 1969, he allowed that people can be president for 3 times limited. And on 1972, October 17th, he proclaimed emergency martial law. He dissolved Congress and banned all political activity. In addition, he amended Constitution, which is allowing unlimited reappointment of president. In 1976, finally his law Kim Jae-gyu killed him. In a conference, Jae-gyu was elected to new president. After Park Chung-hee died, people thought that they had true democracy, but it was their illusion. Suddenly, in 1979, John Doo-hwan caused a coup d'etat with his friend No Tae-gu. When people required the resign of John Doo-hwan, he proclaimed martial law in the whole country and banned all political activity like Park Chung-hee did. In 1980, Gwangju college students and citizens did demonstration. So he sent the army to repress it. Then citizens also made their army to resist. They tried negotiation with our government army, but it was rejected. Finally, he repressed all of them. These photos contain This photo contains signs of 518 democratic demonstration. Can country treat a nation like this? No, never. The country must protect our life, but they killed hundreds and thousands of people. Worst of all, he claimed that people he murdered were spies from North Korea. Even Jesus or Buddha forgave him, still I cannot. Worst of all, he claimed that
sorry, I'm already over. I give you guys 2 minutes more. Okay? The rule should be. Okay? Question answer.
It was a little bit difficult topic, but they did a good job presenting.
I think they explained complex subject well.
If you have a question, please raise your hand.
Yes.
Thank you for your presentation, but I think your topic is a little bit hard for seventh graders. So is there any special reason to choose that topic?
Because I want to let many people more democracy, because too many people were sacrificed and killed by Park Chung-hee or John Doo-hwan.
I heard that one of you guys said that Lee Sung-man was elected after the Korean War, and is it correct? I heard that one of you guys said that Lee Sung-man, the first Korean president, was elected after the Korean War. And did I get it right?
No. Before they had 3 elections. And after the Korean War, there was one more election, and he was elected again.
I want to ask you guys, why did you guys put those common characters' pictures in the series?
For fun.
Princess Bae-Seon and Oh Seon.
Hello everyone, we are Sayon and Sayon. Do you know what happened in Yeju a few weeks ago?
Recently, more than 500 refugees from Yemen came to Jeju Island, and it has become a big issue. The issue of refugees, which was thought to be only a story that occurs in distant countries, is now happening in Korea as well. So we feel this issue is more serious, and people argue about the pros and cons of accepting these people to come to our native land.
Refugees are people who escape from home countries to avoid persecution due to religion, war, disaster, political, or ideological differences. Zion, how do you think about this refugee problem?
Yemen is a nation with Islamic cultural background that is, for me, very unfamiliar culture to Korean people. And from what I know, Arab men have a tendency to look down on women in general. More surprising is the fact that 91% of the Yemeni refugee applicants are men. From this, there are people worries that rapes and crimes may increase. However, in Europe, there have been many terrorist attacks and crimes committed by Muslim refugees. Also, there is an assault and some Yemeni with drugs and arresting in Korea too. From this point of view, I strongly believe people who do not respect the laws, order, and culture of our country should not be accepted.
However, it hasn't been proven whether refugees murder or commit terrorism. Also, not all refugees are criminals. Most of them are just refugees from Islamic countries. There are only just few criminals among refugees. And think of those people in this picture. Their country is surrounded by civil war. They're in a very desperate situation and need a lot of help. In addition, human rights of all people should be respected.
Then it is not really convincing to support 138 billion won a month for refugees in Yemen. Our hard-earned tax money going to refugees. Our government cannot support our society, and even as we speak, there are a lot of homeless and jobless people exist. So why do we have to prioritize so many people over our own? I'd rather give money to the refugee. I'd rather give the money to the needy people of Korea.
But refugees find a job that people think it's difficult or unwilling to do. Also, when Korea was a refugee during Korean War, many countries sent troops and provided aid to help our country. So I think it is time for us to help the refugees.
Then are there any good solutions for these refugees problems?
What we should pay attention here is UNHCR, United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. The UNHCR office is located in the capital city of the world, including Seoul. They provide protection and support for refugees for 65.6 refugees in 130 countries. They help and provide many life-saving water and healthcare services, education, and shelter to refugees. We have to remember that these people are in need for immediate help, and we can help them.
But also, some countries in Europe provide them with a separate space to live, not to be kept in a tourist center like Korea. I think it would be better for Korea to adjust to wise measures and understand their personal information thoroughly as well. Also, we should manage them regularly. How do you perceive this refugee problem?
I think we can find a good solution to solve this refugee problem. Thank you for listening.
a good job.
Of course they did a good job. Do you have any question?
Well done on taking a controversial topic, dealing with it pretty nicely. But at the end, you sort of committed to the idea that we can come to a reasonable solution. But did you offer one? Yes. So in the speech or in the presentation, you brought up both sides of the argument, reasons for and reasons against, and it was nicely balanced. And you finished by saying, well, there must be some way we can sort this out. Do you have any idea what that way is?
We can, first we can actually there is not like designated resolution, so like we hope to find a good solution for the problem.
So can Korean people like from other countries, like they don't like live in Korea, but like from other country like us, can they sort of like go, if there's like a protest, can they like through SNS, like social media, can they write a protest about like we should let the 난민 or refugees like go, like come to Korea? Like is there a way that us can like, I mean, can we, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, is there like, can we protest, like express our opinions, even like in social media, even if we're not living, like, we're not living in, yes. Thank you.
Next comes the announcement of the subject of time and space for Kim Ki-chu and Lee Woo-san.
Hello. My name is Yusuf, and this is Iju. And we're going to talk about space and time. Thank you and enjoy. I'm going to talk about space. Nothing was in the universe before the Big Bang happened. The Big Bang created quarks and electrons. Oh, yeah, heads up. So every time I say fuse or come together, it means gravity pulled them together. And then they were attracted to each other. The quarks got attracted to each other and created protons and neutrons. And then the protons and neutrons got attracted to each other again, creating what we know as helium and hydrogen. And the electrons also joined in the party, now creating and now filling the universe with gas. But don't worry, the gases also got attracted to each other and creating stars. And some stars exploded, creating elements like oxygen, while the other just stayed as stars and aged. And a few trillion years later, now at Earth. We come to Earth, which is basically a hot ball. And then another hot ball from outer universe crashed into Earth, and the rumbles create what we know as Earth. No, I mean Moon. I'm sorry. No, that's weird. And the Earth's weather was, let me just put it simply, it was a mess. There was volcanoes erupting every second of your life. There was asteroids crashing from outer universe. But don't worry, the Earth's temperature later cooled down. Scientists believe that because the asteroids contain water drops, which allowed the Earth to cool down. But the asteroids kind of overdid it, so now the Earth is just an ocean. It's a big ocean. But don't worry, we still have hope, because the volcanoes later formed and created what we know as land. Now I'm done with my part. I'll pass out to Kijun so he can talk about time.
Thanks, bro. Now let's talk about time. Time is an illusion that helps things make sense. That's why we're living in the present tense. And everything we do in the past will have an effect in the future. And now let's talk about the future. In 2020, the Jenna Tower will be completed and reach a 1 kilometer height. It will be the tallest building, even taller than the highest tower we know now. In 2024, SpaceX will launch a cargo to Mars for a future manned mission. And 2 years later, NASA is planning to visit an asteroid named Apophis, which is going to have a chance of hitting the Earth. And in 2027, SpaceX will complete their mission and land the first human to Mars. But in 2029, April 13th, also known as Doomsday, because the asteroid named Apophis will hit the Earth. If NASA can't stop this, humans might go extinct, because this asteroid is as tall as the Empire State Building. And let's just say the asteroid missed and continue. In 2030, NASA is planning their own man-made mission to Mars. If SpaceX can complete it, NASA will probably do it, and we'll witness the first man to Mars. And NASA is doing this for our health and safety in the red planet Mars. And in 2036, there will be a big space project, also known as Breakthrough Starshot. And we will send 2 space shuttles to the nearest star system, also known as the Alpha Centauri, to see any life forms there or any other things there. There are a lot of things we should be excited for and afraid of. So if we want to go down this perfect road, we should help our Earth and make it a good place. If you don't recycle, there might be a lot of bad things that will happen, and these things will never happen. We might go to war, and we might go to other things. Thank you for listening.
I think I have learned a lot of interesting facts. Who wants to ask something?
Happy Earth means like the Earth is not polluted, no wars, no missing chunks of Earth, and just a regular happy place.
Simply don't mess with Mother Nature.
Yeah.
And you both mentioned recycling.
Yeah.
Okay, as something that you can do to make the earth happy. What other things did you possibly do?
Don't use any like gasoline things that can help can destroy the Earth's outer layer, and
save electricity.
Where is the Jenna Tower?
Saudi Arabia.
Have you remembered the name of the highest tower?
What's it? Burj Khalifa?
Dude, I did around like 1 minute.
I said the whole thing too fast.
next presentation. Who is next?
Next, 7 boys will talk about people who overcame their racism of Kim Han-gyul, Kim Tae-yeon, and Hong Young-ki.
Shush. You will never believe what I have invented. This is a time machine. Now I can travel through time and become a millionaire.
No way.
Get away from me. I don't want you wandering like a stray cat. Are you crazy? This time machine isn't complete yet, so that sends us to a random period.
Just one thing first.
Just a minute. I think it's going to be a big crash.
What's going on?
Excuse me. Here is it now. What's going on here?
It's 1955 now. We're boycotting the Montgomery buses.
For what? Buses are way more easier than walking.
The bus driver and the company and even the police told the blacks to be seated in the color section. I paid my fare, everyone else paid their fare, and there was no reason that we had to give up our seats. Like old people, I have my right to sit wherever I want. If we do not do anything, nothing will change. We will never give up until everyone have the equal rights and freedom.
Okay, seems like one move on.
Hey look, there's a ball player.
Hey!
Hi sir, who are you?
Wait, I know you. You're Jackie Robinson.
Sure, and another friend that's
You seem like a hot player.
well, it wasn't always like this. You see, I'm the first player in 1920 of the Olympics. People used to send me letters of threats and rules when I was better. Even umpires made me unfair decisions, but I decided that I should never give up for all of them baseball players and for the rights of all people.
It seems like we're moving on again.
Hey look, someone is doing a speech in front of everyone.
We have, at last, achieved our political emancipation. We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, and discrimination. We commit ourselves to the construction of a complete and lasting peace. promise we shall build a society for all South Africans, both black and white, who will be able to walk tall with no fear within their hearts. Thank you.
What a great speech.
What's your name? My name is Nelson Mandela.
Really? I want to know more about you.
Well, first in South Africa, there were hardly any rights for black people. Me and a lot of other people wanted to change that. So we made peaceful protests for our rights. However, me, also many other people were in prison, and myself was in prison for 18 years. But we never gave up. We knew that the society had to change. We knew that our rights had to become our again. So we accomplished what we wanted. And now I'm standing here as the first president of the Republic of South Africa.
Oh, now you're back. What a marvelous experience.
I've never expected to meet people with one day reading books.
I was so angry about the discrimination that they had to bear, and I believe that no one should be treated that way.
Also, I am proud of people who overcame racism.
We should treat people equally by any means and always try to make this world a better place to live in.
Wait, why do you feel like we have one person?
I've learned that there are so many great people in the world. Is there anyone who wants to ask to these people?
Is there any reason why you guys don't choose Barack Obama in this presentation?
Actually, we did try to put Barack Obama in the speech, but there was too much time, so we decided to.
You guys noticed that during your speech you were showing your passports. It's not quite a question, but just something to help you out. Barack Obama wasn't really a pivotal player in civil rights. No, but he was black, sure, that was a huge moment, but equality had got a lot better by the time Barack Obama became president. What Nelson Mandela thinks was much more, how would I say, much more of an obstacle. But I think it's perfect.
You mentioned that about just only black people, not only black people, but also Asian experience lots of racism. What do you guys think about this?
Well, we were also researching about Asians who overcame racism, such as General Kim of the U.S. Army, but these three people were the most famous, and it was hard to search information about it.
Thank you for your great speech, and I would like to ask that in these days there is still discrimination, and what do you guys think that the way to reduce this discrimination?
I think we should change the people's mind and make some more rules and laws to stop the discrimination.
7th grade.
As the final order includes students Yang Ji-hyo, Song Ju-hyun, Jung Hyo-won, and Park Ju-min. They are going to present a speech about how to deal with your haters.
Hi everyone, we are Ju-hyun, Ju-min, Hyo-won, and Ji-hyo. Today we are going to tell you how you can deal with your haters. So, it doesn't matter how you choose to live your life, whether you start a business, go to the gym every day, or watch a movie every night, somebody will judge you for that.
They will gossip about you and make up lies. Our society calls them haters. Today we're going to show you how you can deal with them. This is a scene.
Why did you call me? Don't you know the reason why I called you?
No, never.
Excuse me, when we were 5, remember you took my ex-boyfriend?
That was 5 years ago.
Well, I don't care now. You are trying to take my future husband.
I'm only 14.
I don't care about that, but I don't know why my future husband will like such a person like you. Because first of all, you're not the same level as me and you're too ugly. Yeah, over there. Last week outside the car, dude. You look like a woman that wears makeup.
Wait, is that ugly?
Okay, the next thing Gio's gonna tell Jumi is what you might want to tell it to your hater. Let's see what happens next.
Wait, I saw your picture on Instagram. Wait,
I bet it's like baby cock or something.
Wait, seriously, you want to fight? Wait, I learned Taekwondo.
Wait, I learned boxing.
Stop, guys! Well, this is not to do scene. This makes both of them angry. Now I will show you the most realistic and effective way to deal with your haters.
The first way you can deal with your haters is apologizing. It doesn't mean you should apologize because you did something wrong, but to make your hater embarrassed. Let's see.
Why did you call me?
Don't you know the reason why I called you?
No, never.
Okay, you took my boyfriend again.
What?
Seriously, what's wrong with you? But I don't know why my boyfriend would like such a person like you because first of all, you're too ugly. You're not. There's such a huge difference between you and me.
Wait, I'm ugly?
Yeah.
Sorry! I'm so ugly! Sorry, I'm so ugly! You're so beautiful! You're so amazing! You're like the different level of me.
You're weird. So this is one way you can deal with your hater. Use exaggerated expressions to make your hater embarrassed and ashamed.
The second way to deal with your hater is sing. Sing a song that describes your feelings the most. This is another scene. Why do you call me?
Excuse me, you took my ex-boyfriend Justin Bieber 2 years ago. Now you're trying to take my future husband Charlie Puth again. Well, I don't care because you are not the same level as me. You are too ugly. You look like a gorilla that's wearing makeup. Like that over there.
Why are you not? Don't you know? Why are you not?
Okay, anyways, you're too ugly. Okay, why is yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Like the scene we have just shown you, there will always be haters that hate you and talk bad things about you. Of course, they're annoying and sometimes you just want to punch them in the face. But however, after living 14 years of my life, I found the best solution. The best solution you can do is follow the golden rule. Treat them the way you want to be treated.
Because if they hate you without a reason, it's mostly because of jealousy. Whether it's your high grades that they're jealous of, or your wonderful parents that support you, or your handsome boyfriend. Anything can be a reason for them to hate you. So they might think it's unfair, so that's why they get upset and hate you.
So instead of hating them too, you should teach them the right thing and encourage them more to lead to the right path. Why? Because if they're jealous of you, the more we know that you don't express it, they just think that we're better than them. So they're not confident with themselves. So we have to encourage them because they don't know how to communicate and deal with people around them.
And basically the haters, they don't know the way to use the educational and the helpful things they have learned throughout their life. So I think you have to encourage and just love your hater. Or like, I don't know, love your hater and encourage them. Because it will show that you are like the bigger person and everybody, like, people will respect you and you can be a helpful person to them in the future. And you know what, like the haters, if they're jealous, I probably bet you that they will look at your social media like Instagram or Facebook every single day just to find negative information about you. But yeah, so they're like your biggest fan of all time.
We hope you guys have learned about how to deal with your haters by listening to our speech.
Thank you for listening, and we have one more thing to say. Haters, back off.
Lastly, do you have any questions? Do you think that being a hater is just a new word for bullying?
Yeah. No. Bullying is mostly with it's physical, like physical hitting or like
It could be like cyberbullying or like I think haters is like when you have like they just basically hate you, but bullying is just, yeah, I think they're similar.
The difference is that hating is not, shown off, but they're with words, just.
So you guys think bullying is a word?
No, hating is that when you hate someone, you can express your feelings, but bullying is a bad way to express their feelings.
Haters and bullying are the same thing because haters, like you hate someone, you say bad things to them. Bullying, you can decide your bullying or like you can just use words. So I think it's like basically the same thing, but we didn't want to use bullying because I think haters sounded more,
We're old, so we don't know. Yeah. We have to explain that.
How like you talked about how do we deal with our haters? How many percent of it can help us deal with our haters?
I don't think there's a percentage in dealing with haters because if the hater hates you, if you hate them back, then I don't think it will be like a good solution to help our problem in the society better. Because if you hate someone, they hate you, and other people hate you, then it will just like, it could cause war, I guess.
Did singing a song actually work? Or was that like a joke?
Wait, singing? Wait, like the song itself is a very...
Yeah, it had to come out, but the song is like, is from Magic Rude. Why you gotta be so rude? But like, it was for a joke, but it didn't come out, so she had to sing.
So it was a joke, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why can't you just ignore
The more you ignore the haters, I think you're afraid of them, so they're gonna hate you more. So you have to do something to show you're not afraid of them.
Depends on the situation. So, I forgot the question. Ignore it. Okay. So basically, if you ignore them, we thought about that too. But if you ignore them, it is yeah, maybe it could be a solution, because if you ignore them, they would think, this person is too not funny, too boring or lame. So they could stop bullying you. But we want to make it a more effective and fun way to present.